We continue now at the top of Daf Zayin Amud Aleph and Mesechet Sanhedrin. This is Sanhedrin Daf 97a. On the previous Amud, Rav Nachman asked Rav Yitzchak, when is Bar Naphtali coming? Rav Yitzchak said, who is Bar Naphtali? And Rav Nachman said, Bar Naphtali is referring to Mashiach. As we see in the Pasuk in Amos, the Pasuk in Amos continues as Sukas David Hanofolis. It talks about the Sukas David, which is the Malchus-based David, the kingdom of David, which is Nofolis. That's like the word Bar Naphtali. And so therefore that's a reference to Mashiach. Rashi explains, as Sukas David Hanofolis, Malchus David Shenofla. It means the kingdom of David, which has fallen. Lahachi Kari Mashiach Bar Naphtali. That's why Mashiach is called Bar Naphtali. In any case, the question is, when is Bar Naphtali coming? When is Mashiach coming? And so Amar Le, he said back to him, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan, this is what Rabbi Yochanan says, Dor Sheben David Ba, the generation when the son of David, HaMelech, will come, the generation when Mashiach will come, Bo, in that generation, Talmidei Chachamim Mismatim, the Talmidei Chachamim will be few, V'hashar Einehem Kolos Biyogon V'anocha, V'tsaros Rabos, and for the rest of the people, their eyes will fail with sorrow and grief, and troubles will increase. Ugzeiros kashos mischadshos, and harsh decrees will be introduced. Ad shaharishona pekuda, before the first one passes, shniya mimaheres lavo, the second one will quickly come. And the Gemara continues, Tanu Rabbanon, the rabbis taught, Shavua sheben David ba bo, in the 7-year cycle that Mashiach is going to come, Mishana Rishon, in the first year, Miskayim Mikrazeh, the following pasuk will be fulfilled. This is a pasuk from Amos, V'imtarti al yirechos ve'al yirechos lo amtir, it will rain on one city, but on another city it won't rain. Shniya, in the second year, Chitzei Rav Mishtalchem, arrows of famine will be sent forth. Shlishis, in the third year, Rav Gadol, there'll be a great famine. V'meisam anoshim v'noshim v'taf, Chasidim v'yanshe maisa, and men, women, and children, and righteous people and people of good deeds will die. V'torah mishtakechas milomden, the Torah will be forgotten from those who learn it. Boravias, in the fourth year, Sova, there will be plenty, v'yeino Sova, but it won't be a great plenty. V'chamishis Sova Gadol, in the fifth year will be a great plenty, there'll be a lot of food. V'ochlin v'shosin, and people will eat and drink. Usmeichin, and they'll be happy. V'torah choseres lelomden, the Torah will return to those who learn it. B'shishis kolos, in the 6th year there will be heavenly voices. B'shvias, and in the 7th year melchamos, there will be wars. And b'motzai shvias, at the conclusion of the 7th year, at the conclusion of the Shemitah year, Ben David Ba, that's when Mashiach is going to come. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rav Yosef says, Hakam shvias dehavechein v'lo asa, aren't there many Shemitah cycles where similar kinds of patterns happened, but yet Mashiach did not come? Amar Abaya said to that, B'shishis kolos, do we ever have that in the 6th year there are heavenly voices? B'shvias melchamos, do we ever have in the 7th year wars? Mihava, has that ever occurred? V'yod kesidron mihava, and furthermore, did it occur in that particular order? So this has not actually happened. And the Gemara continues, Tanya, we learned in a Brisa, Rabbi Yehuda says, Dor sheben David Ba, the generation that Mashiach will come, Bo, in that generation, Beis Avad Yel is Nus, the gathering place of scholars will be used for prostitution. V'hagalil Yecharav, and the Galilee will be destroyed. V'hagavlon Yesham, and the Gavlan, which is the name of a place, will be desolate. V'yanshe Gvul, and the people of the border, Yisovavu Me'ir Le'ir, they'll circulate from city to city. V'lo Yechunenu, but no one will show them favor. V'chachmas haso from Tisrach, and the wisdom of scribes will diminish. V'yirei chet, and those who fear sin, Yemasu, they will be despised. Upnei Hador kipnei Kelev, and the face of the generation will be like the face of a dog. V'hoemes nederes, and the truth will be lacking. Shenemar, as it says in the pasuk in Yeshaya, Vatio emes nederes, truth will be lacking. And the Gemara says, Mai vatio emes nederes, what does it mean that the truth will be lacking? What is this language of nederes? Amri devei Rav, they say in the yeshiva of Rav, Melamid shenasis adorim. What this teaches is that the truth will be like different flocks, small groups of people will have the truth, but there won't be truth in general in the world, v'holechesla, and it will walk away, the truth will be gone. And the Gemara continues, Mai v'sor meira mishtolel. What does it mean when the pasuk goes on to say that the person who turns away from evil, mishtolel, he will be negated? Amri devei Rav Shila, they say in the yeshiva of Rabbi Shela, Kol misha sor meira, anybody who turns away from evil, mishtolel al habrias, he'll be deemed as though he's insane by other people. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rava says, Mereish Havamina, originally I said, Leka Kushta Bialma, there's no truth in the world. Amar Liyahume Rabbanan v'Rav Tavos Shmei, one of the Rabbanan said to me, and his name was Rav Tavos, V'amri lo Rav Tavyume Shmei, some say that his name was Rav Tavyume, Dihavi Yahavi le Kol Chalale Dialma, if he gave him everything in the world, Lo Havi Meshani B'dibure, he would not lie. And the Gemara explains, Zimna Chada, one time, Ikloi lahu Astra, he went to a particular place, V'kushta Shemei, and its name was Kushta, its name was truth. V'lo have meshani b'diburayu, and nobody in that area lied. V'lo have mayis inish mehasam below Zimna, and nobody died in that place earlier than their time. Nesivi itasam minhon, he married a woman from among that group. V'havali, he said, I married a woman from among that group. V'havali tartin benin mina, I had from her 2 sons. Yom echad have a yasva devisa, one day his wife was sitting. V'kachaifa reisha, she was shampooing her hair. Asoy shevavta, and her neighbor came, and tarfa adasha, she knocked on the door. So he thought to himself, Rav Daf Yomi thought to himself, Lav orach ara, it's not proper derech eretz that she should answer the door in this fashion. So Amar lo, so he said to her, Lesahacha, she's not here, and that was a lie. And shechivu lei tartin benin, at that point his 2 sons died. Asu inshi da'asr lakamei, so the people of the place, they came before him. Amru lei, they said to him, my hi, what is this? Why is it that your children died young? Amar lui said to them, hachi have a maisa, this is what happened. Amru lei, they said to him, b'matusam inach, please poke me asr and leave our place. V'lo tagri bu mosana b'hanach inshi, and don't provoke death among these people, don't provoke death among us. And the Gemara continues, Tanya was taught in a brayser. Rav Nehoroi Omer, Rav Nehoroi says, Dor sheben David babo, the generation that Mashiach is going to come in. Ne'orim yalbinu pnei zakenim, the young will shame, will humiliate the elders. Uzakenim yamdu lifnei ne'orim, and old people will stand up before younger people. Ubas kama bi'ima, the daughter will rebel against her mother. V'kala b'chamosa, the daughter-in-law will rebel against her mother-in-law. Upnei hador k'pnei kelev, and the face of the generation will be like the face of a dog. Ve'in haben misbayish me'aviv, and the son will not be embarrassed from his father. And the Gemara continues, Tanya was taught in a brayser. Rav Nechemya Omer, Rav Nechemya says, Dor sheben David babo, the generation when Mashiach will come, ha'azus tirbe, arrogance will increase, v'hayoker ya'aves, and the high cost of living will cause corruption. We'll see Rashi in a moment for other explanations. V'hagefen yitain perio, the vine will produce its fruit. V'hayayin biyoker, but the wine will be expensive. V'nevcha kol ha'malchus laminas, the entire kingdom will be turned towards heresy. Ve'in tochach, and nobody will accept rebuke. And the Gemara continues, Messiah Leila Rav Yitzchak, this supports Rav Yitzchak. The Amar Rav Yitzchak, because Rav Yitzchak says, Ein ben David ba, Mashiach will not come ad shetisapech kol hamalchus laminus, until the entire kingdom turns to heresy. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rava, Rava says, Maikra, what's the pasuk that indicates this? Kulo hafach lavon tarhu, it says that by tsaras, when it all turns white, so then it's actually pure, meaning to say Mashiach is going to come when everything gets very bad. And Rashi explains Hayoker Ya'aves. Rashi gives 2 explanations of Yoker Ya'aves. Shalo Yechabdu Zeh. One is that they're not going to honor one another. Yakar Kavod. According to that, the word Yakar comes from Kavod, honor. Lishnachrin, another explanation. Hayoker Ya'aves means Mechubit Shebehen Ya'avsan V'rama. Even the most respected people, they're going to be wicked people. And Rashi continues, V'hagefen Yitain Pirio. It says that the vine is going to produce its fruit. V'yafal Pichen. It means to say, even so, even though the vine has produced fruit, Yiyah Hayayin B'yoker. Still, the wine's going to be expensive, shelo yeh bracha b'pri atzmo, because there won't be a blessing in the fruit itself. And Rashi continues, Lishna achrina shayu kulan. Another explanation is that all of them rode fenachar hayayin. Everybody's going to want wine. They're going to be pursuing wine. Umishtakrin, and they're going to be drunk. Umisiakar hayayin, and the wine is going to become expensive. Afal pisha rov yayin ba'olam, even though there's plenty of wine in the world. Kulo hafach lavan tarhu, again by tsaras, when it all turns white, it's pure. Kishapashat hanega bechol ha'or, when you have the nega, when it spreads everywhere. Kach kishanevcha kol ha'malchus laminus tavo geula. So too, when the entire kingdom turns to heresy, that's when the redemption will come. And the Gemara continues, Tanu Rabban, and the rabbis taught, Ki Yodin Hashem Amma, when Hashem will judge his nation, which is a reference to Mashiach coming, Ki Yira Ki Ozlas Yod, because there's not going to be any power, V'efes Otzer V'yazov, there's going to be no Otzer V'yazov. Otzer means those that are enclosed or shut in, and Ozov means those that have left. And the Gemara interprets the pasuk, Ein ben David ba, Mashiach is not going to come, at Sheyirbu HaMesoros. One explanation is that there's going to be an increase in informers, people will inform on Jews to the government. Davar Acher, another explanation, at Sheyismatu HaTalmidim, until there are very few students. Davar Acher, another explanation of the pasuk, at Shetichla Pruta Min HaKis, it means there's not going to be any more money left in people's wallets, people will be poor. Davar Acher, another explanation, at Sheyisyaishu Min HaGeula, until people give up hope from the redemption. These are all various interpretations of what it means in the pasuk. And the Gemara continues, Shenemar, as it says in the pasuk, V'efes Atzur V'yazov, again, there's no Atzur V'yazov. What does that mean? Kiviyachol, it's as if to say, Ein Somech V'ozer Li Yisrael, there's nobody supporting helping. There's nobody helping Klal Yisrael. And the Gemara continues, Ki had Rebbe Zera, it's like that with Rebbe Zera. Ki ave mishkach rabbanan demiaski bey. When he would find the sages discussing the arrival of Mashiach, Amar lahu, he said to them, B'matusa, please, ba'ina minaycha, I'm asking you, lo terachakua, don't cause it to come at a later time. You're delaying the arrival of Mashiach by discussing this. To Tanina, because it was taught, Gimel boin behesach hadas. There are three that come with hesach hadas when people aren't thinking about it. Eluhain, they are as follows: Mashiach, Metzia, ve'akrev. It's Mashiach, and when somebody finds something, and scorpions, those come without people being aware. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rav Katina says, Shis alfei shane have alma, the world is going to be 6,000 years, v'chad chorav, and then 1,000 years it will be destroyed. Shanemar, as it says in the Pasuk, v'niskav Hashem levado, by Yom Hahu, it will be only Hashem on that day. Abaye says, Trei chorav, it's actually going to be 2,000 years destroyed. Shanemar, as it says in the Pasuk in Hosea, Yechayenu miyomayim, he will revive us after 2 days, that's after 2,000 years. By Yom Hashlishi Yekimenu, on the third day he will stand us up, he will revive us, v'nichya lefanav, and we will live before him. And the Gemara continues, Tanya Kivasi Rav Katina, we have a brisa that supports Rav Katina, Kashem Shahashvias Mishametas, just like the 7th year is the Shemitah year, Shana Achas Lazayin Shanim, that's 1 year out of 7 years, Kacha Ola Mishamet, so too there's like a Shemitah for the world, Elef Shanim, 1,000 years of Shemitah, L'Shivas Alpayim Shana, for 7,000 years. Shenemar, as it says in the Pasuk, V'niskav Hashem levado bayom hahu, that Hashem alone will be on that day. V'yomer, and it says Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbos, it says Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbos, that refers to Yom Shakulo Shabbos, the day that's entirely Shabbos. A day over here refers to 1,000 years. V'yomer, and it also says in the Pasuk, Ki elef shanim beinecha, Ki Yom Esmol, that 1,000 years in your eyes is like a day. Ki Yavor, it's like yesterday that passed. And the Gemara continues, Tana Dvei Eliyahu was taught in the yeshiva of Eliyahu. Sheishas alpayim shana havayalma, the world is 6,000 years. Shnei alpayim, 2,000 of those tohu, it's desolate, it's nothing. Shnei alpayim Torah, the next 2,000 years is the years of Torah. Shnei alpayim yemos HaMashiach, and the next 2,000 years is the days of Mashiach. And we will continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Tzadi Zayin Amid Beis.